The CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents... Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Won't you join me in the exploration of the rich resources of your own imagination? Modern science tells us we live in a world of waves. Beyond the atom, the electron, the ion, substance itself breaks down into waves. My voice is coming to you now on waves. And that, as they say, is the long and short of it. But what about thoughts? Might not they comprise wave patterns, too? Patterns that linger on after the thinkers are dead and buried. Might not that explain the empty footfall in the vacant house, the rattle of chains, now rusted and broken, and even the sound of voices long ago silenced?
They'll overtake me. They'll put me in irons. And this time, they'll hang me.
No, my dear, no. They can't harm you now. They're all gone. They're all turned to dust long ago.
They'd be after me. You'd not want to see me swinging in the wind, would you?
No, I wouldn't want to see that.
I must have a swift, able ship. In mercy's name, help me. Help me.
Our mystery drama, The Strange Voyage of the Lady D, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Mary Jane Higby and stars Paul Hecht and Augusta Dabney. I'll be back shortly with Act One. The curious adventure that befell the Stevens family would never have happened if Ellen had had her way. But Ellen was a realist, her husband Richard a romantic. And when did realism ever hold the line against the subtle persuasions of romance? It all began during a visit to one of those cruise-ridden, sun-drenched islands in the Caribbean. A friendly family disagreement was in progress, an old story. It's been going on now for 6 years.
It's the one at the end of the dock, Ellen. There. Isn't she beautiful?
Mm-hmm. It's very nice. But you promised her, Richard, no more boats. Well, not until Susie's at least 16 years old.
We'll never see a buy like this again. They're practically giving it away.
Well, then there's something wrong with it. It's got dry rot.
Not this ship. Come on, step aboard, Ellen.
Richard, why do you start these things? You know we're not in the market for a boat.
Oh, but this is such a jewel. Wait till you see the cabin. Plenty of headroom. A beautiful galley.
Can I go aboard? Can I? I want to see.
Oh, all right. But just one quick look. And be careful of your dress, Susie.
Here, let me help you, Susie. There you are. Now, just look at this afterdeck. She's all white oak and cedar. And she's a motor sailor. You know, a lot better than an auxiliary engine. You can run just as well under power as under sail. There are 2 50-gallon fuel tanks below deck.
Mama, look at this kitchen down here. There's even an oven.
Really? Is there an oven?
Of course. The ship is a real home. Ellen, what do you say we take a short run? I have the ignition key. The guy in the boatyard office said I could take her out.
Oh, Richard, I've had it with boats. And anyway, the question's academic. Even if we bought it, we couldn't get it back to the States.
We could sail it.
Are you out of your mind? It's hundreds of miles.
She has an enormous cruising range. What with the engine and sail, we just watch the weather predictions very carefully.
Well, come on, Susie. We're going to get off now. Richard, you take the keys back to the boatyard man. And I'll get the car and bring it down as far as I can. I'll pick you up at the gate.
Daddy?
Yeah?
I want to take a ride in it. Can I tomorrow, Daddy? Can I? Can I?
What, dear?
Can we go both for a boat ride tomorrow?
I don't know. Depends on your mother.
Oh, I wish we could buy the boat. Don't you? Daddy? Don't you?
Don't I what?
Wish we could buy the boat.
Yeah, well, that part's all taken care of. I already bought it. The only problem now is how to break the news to your mother. Now, Ellen, you have to admit, this is the life. Look at that sea. It's like glass.
It's too calm. I don't like the gray mistiness that's settling over everything. I won't feel good until we sight land again.
Oh, it won't be long now. We were clipping right along when we had the sails up. See, that's the advantage of a motor sailor. When the wind died, we could switch right over to power and still maintain our speed.
Except for that panicky half hour when you couldn't get the engine started.
Just a little corrosion around the points. Bit of sandpaper fixed that. Here, Ellen, why don't you take over the wheel, huh? I want to go and look at the chart. Now, the first buoy we pick up is number 12. From there, we'll see a light. If we make it before nightfall, you can take over for a few minutes. Okay, Susie?
I don't like this mist.
You know where we are right now? We're sailing on the Spanish Main.
The Spanish Main?
That's right. These waters were infested with pirates in the old days. Blackbeard and Calico Jack.
Richard, I think there's a fog closing in. Look ahead.
Yeah. Well, just hold a steady course. We'll be sighting that buoy any minute now. Susie, go below and bring up my binoculars. There's a good girl.
The visibility's not any too good.
We can't be far from port.
Oh, Richard, I hope we're not running into one of those awful pea soupers.
Now, don't panic. Don't get Susie frightened.
Here's binoculars.
Thanks.
Can you make out anything?
Well, I don't see it yet. But we will.
Tell me more about the pirate.
Okay. Well, Calico Jack Rackham. They called him that because of the fancy clothes he wore. He sailed with Anne Bonny. They were girl pirates, too, you know.
Girl pirates?
Sure. Anne Bonny and Mary Reed. And from all accounts, they were better at it than the men.
The fog's getting awfully thick, Richard. I've never seen one roll in so fast, and the sun's gone.
I'll take over.
No, I can hold her on course. You keep looking for that buoy. We should have been in port long ago.
Well, we lost a little time trying to start the engine.
Are we lost?
Of course not.
I think we ought to start sounding our foghorn.
Not yet. Don't you want to hear what happened to Anne Bonny?
What happened to her?
Well, the pirates all went to jail. They hanged poor old Calico Jack. Mary Reed was dying of a fever, and Anne Bonny nursed her. And then, well, nobody knows just what did happen. In the morning, when the jailkeeper opened their cell, he found the body of Mary Reed, but Anne Bonny was gone. She disappeared and was never heard of.
Richard!
What?
Look! Look what you've done, oh, Richard, how could you?
Well, what? What is it?
This monkey wrench, it's right behind the compass. Richard!
Who put that there?
Who? Who was working on the engine? That wrench will have pulled that compass so far out of line, heaven knows where we are now.
Yeah, sorry. I was so glad to get that motor started. Ellen, I'm sorry.
Oh, if I ever get my feet on dry land
now,
again.
Look, let's keep calm. We are not lost.
Oh, no, we're still right here in the Atlantic Ocean.
I'm sorry, Ellen.
How I ever let you talk me into this expedition.
Just try to keep cool.
Daddy?
It's all my fault.
We're probably 50 miles off course.
Daddy, there's a big can floating over there.
What? Where?
There.
The buoy. It is.
Oh, thank heaven.
I'll take the wheel. I want to go right up to it. We got to be sure of that number.
It should be 12, right?
I see it. I see the number.
What is it?
3.
3? No, it can't be.
A 3 and an 8.
Oh, no.
That's what it is.
Ellen?
Susie's right. 38.
That's impossible. Take the wheel again, Al. Just idle here by the buoy. There's no 38 on this chart. We're way off course. I have to go below and get the other charts.
Can you still see the buoy, Susie?
Sure. It's right here.
Well, keep your eye on it. Don't let me drift too far away. Darling?
Yeah?
You're not smoking down there, are you?
Good Lord, no. You know I haven't smoked in 10 years.
I smell tobacco.
So do I.
What? Oh, well, let me get at the engine. Maybe there's a short in the wire.
No, it's not like that. It's tobacco. Did you hear that?
What?
It sounded like...
Somebody laughed.
Ahoy!
It's a ship.
Where? I don't see anything.
Ahoy! Ahoy! You don't answer. Blow the horn. Ahoy!
What ship are you?
The Lady D. We're off course. Can you give us our bearings?
You'd best lay over for the night. Steer north by east, a quarter east. You'll run right down the channel.
Thank you.
I still can't see anything.
North by east, a quarter east.
It was a woman.
Bring the ship around. Slowly, Ellen.
That's right.
I hope she knows what she's talking about.
And I still smell tobacco.
So do I. Was she that close? Funny. I didn't see a thing.
I didn't hear any motor.
Maybe she's sailing.
Now, Susie, how could she be? There's no wind.
And she seemed to get away so fast.
Ellen, go as slow as you can. I'm going forward and keep a sharp watch. We don't know what we're heading into.
All right, I've got her throttled way down.
Hey!
Ow!
What did we hit?
Quick, put her into reverse! Reverse! Put her into reverse. Maybe we can back off. Now, here, let me try. That's no use.
Oh, we've gone aground.
Yes, we're stuck fast.
One of the most beautiful yet fearful tales that travelers tell is the Lorelei, the siren who sits on a rock, combing her long golden hair and luring unwary boatmen to their doom. But a siren who smokes tobacco? We'll learn more of this unusual temptress when we return shortly with Act 2. There's nothing so eerie as the feel of a ship gone aground. A living, pulsing body beneath your feet goes suddenly dead. Aboard the Lady D, only Susie slept that night. Ellen and Richard kept an anxious vigil, waiting to see what the dawn would bring. Where were they? How great was the damage to their boat? On the last question hung the safety, perhaps the survival, of the ship and her crew.
Ellen, come up on deck. You've got to see this.
What, dear?
Look at that sunrise. Isn't it magnificent?
Oh, darling. You are the one man alive who could run a valuable boat aground in the middle of nowhere and greet the dawn like Shelley.
Well, some sort of ship is sure to pass by. Meantime, this is a great adventure.
Mm-hmm. Wait till the tide runs out. That'll be an adventure. This boat's going to roll over on her side.
No, she won't. She's built like a sea skiff. They used to pull them right up on the beach to unload the catch. So, give us a kiss, Cassandra.
Good morning, darling.
Well, I guess I better go ashore and see if I can find a water supply on our desert island.
Is this really a desert island?
I'm afraid so, sleepyhead. And your father's playing Robinson... Richard, look.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, here comes Friday.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. You early?
What'd he say?
I think he said we're early.
Early for what?
What island is this?
Campbell's Island.
Campbell's Island?
Yes, mistress. I'm Campbell.
Oh, how do you do, Mr. Campbell? I'm Richard Stevens. This is my wife.
Good morning, mistress.
My daughter.
Welcome.
Did you say we were early?
Yes, yes. Usually September come before she bring a boat.
Who?
The lady who smoked the pipe.
A pipe?
Yes, a long clay pipe. You did not see her.
No.
We smelled her pipe.
Is Campbell's Island... I mean, is there a town here?
How? Ho, ho, ho. Campbell, the only man here.
We missed the harbor channel.
Campbell's Island. Have no harbor.
The lady said there was a channel.
Oh, yes. Sometimes she say that.
You mean she lied to us?
Maybe. She want your boat. Your boat. She nice.
Oh, well, won't you come aboard, Mr. Campbell?
Thank you, sir.
Can I give you a cup of coffee?
No, thank you, mistress. Oh, your wheel.
Yeah, I like a good old-fashioned wheel to steer with.
You pay a lot for that. Oh, the compass.
Well, the ship's well equipped.
This is the ship's bell.
Brass. Must cost dear. You have a radio?
Just a receiving set. Now, Mr. Campbell, about getting off the beach.
You stuck fast, man.
Well, if you have a boat and a tow line at high tide...
No, man. My motor too small. Just a little outboard. I sail to the other island.
Well, there are other islands near?
It's ours to sail there.
Could they send out a workboat from another island?
Maybe. We have to fetch them. No wireless on Campbell's Island.
You mean go in your little sailboat?
Oh, no, mistress. You and the child must stay here. My boat is small. If I try to keep a big boat, she take it.
You mean...
The lady with the pipe.
Well, now, she has a boat. She ought to be willing to...
No, man. Mistress Bonnie have no boat. That's the trouble. She look for a boat. All the time she look.
Bonnie? Did you say Bonnie?
And Bonnie?
You know about her?
Yes, but she died 200 years ago.
That's what they say.
Do you mean that we were talking to
A ghost?
Of course not, Susie. There are no such things.
I talked to a ghost. I talked to
Susie,
a
be
ghost.
sensible. There are no such things as a ghost.
Your boat is stuck fast on Campbell's Island. For true?
Wait. Yes, but...
If the ghost, she don't bring you. How you think you got here?
Mr. Campbell and Susie are certainly getting along together. Look at them, striding ahead of us.
He's striding. She's trotting. What a big, powerful man he is. And his skin, like ebony.
Yeah. How old do you think he is?
Well, I don't know. 40?
Well, I'm eager to see his boat.
Listen, I hate to think of your starting out all alone with him.
I have to go for help.
But why can't he go by himself?
Oh, I don't know. He doesn't seem willing to do that.
Did you notice the way he examined our boat equipment?
Yeah, like he was taking inventory.
Yeah, but what do they call those people who lure ships to their doom by putting out beacon lights?
Wreckers.
Yeah. You think he's a wrecker?
The thought crossed my mind.
Oh, but we did hear a woman's voice.
Now, look, there could be two explanations for that. Either there is a woman on this island in spite of what Campbell says, or he's a ventriloquist. Look, Ellen, look down there.
Why, it's a castle.
A ruin. A burned-out ruin.
How in the world on this desert island?
I know what that is. I've seen those burnt mansions before. This was a plantation in the slave days. When the slaves rebelled, they burned the house to the ground.
Half of it is still standing.
Yeah. And now the house and the island have found a new master.
Welcome. You like a drink before lunch?
Lunch?
Yes, I give you nice lunch. You like foie gras, caviar, potted shrimp, any kind of wine?
Nothing, thank you.
A vodka Collins would be just fine.
Vodka Collins. Soon come back.
Mama, Mr. Campbell says there's an ice-cold spring behind the house and coconuts and pineapples and good...
Hey, look in the corner there. Cast bronze and enormous.
A propeller.
That's worth a lot of money.
And that wheel, it's huge.
Must have come off a schooner.
What does it say on this plate, Mama?
Duchess of the Caribbees.
This one says, Rita 2. This one is Morning Star at SS. What's this word?
The SS Odyssey.
Oh, Richard.
Yeah. All of ships.
Don't wreckers usually murder their victims?
Now, Ellen, we don't know that he's a wrecker.
You like my house?
Oh, it's lovely.
I have good life, man, since I learned to get along with Mistress Bonnie.
How did you come here in the first place, Mr. Campbell?
I was fisherman, hard work, no money. One night, she take my boat. I swim to this island. I see all these rich things here on the beach. So I come back in a new boat. She put that one on the devil's thumb.
What's the devil's thumb?
Big rock. The devil, he put his thumb up at low tide. Then he pull it down at high tide. Then up at low tide. He hide it again, just below the water. Along come a sailorman. Up come the thumb, right through the bottom of the boat. The devil, I think he good friend of Mistress Bonnie.
Mr. Campbell, you say it'll take all day to get to the nearest boatyard?
In my boat. But they have workboat. Much quicker with power. They return here with you in 2-3 hours.
Then can we start tomorrow morning?
Yes, man. 5 o'clock to catch the tide. I have things to sell very dear. Better than fish. Oh, yes, better than fish.
It feels good to stretch out. Ooh, I'm exhausted.
I was certainly glad to get back to our boat.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'm too nervous to sleep, though. I dread the thought of our separating tomorrow. When I think of you, all by yourself on the sea with that giant of a man, I'm so frightened. Why won't he go alone to get help? That would be perfectly normal, wouldn't it? Unless there's a price on his head. Richard? Richard? Oh, Richard, are you... Oh, Richard. Oh, dear, I'll never get to sleep.
She's a naval ship.
What? Who's that?
Over the side with you, lad. And mind, walk on cat's feet.
Who's there? Tobacco.
Aye, a good seaworthy vessel.
Who's there? Who are you?
Good evening, lady. I'm just admiring your ship. May I come aboard?
There's somebody with you. I heard you talking.
Aye, but they all ran at the sound of your voice. Men, a craven lot. Jack Rackham was the same. But Mary Reed stood beside me. We held off the king's men till our pistols were empty, and they boarded and knocked the cutlasses out of our hands. Mary died in prison, poor soul. She was with child. But that was days ago.
Days? It was more than that.
Perhaps. I've lost count of time. Will you join me in a pipe?
No, thanks.
A fine, soothing thing to sit on a ship's deck and blow rings at the moon.
I've never seen such perfect smoke rings.
Ghosts.
Ghosts?
Aye, the ghost of wedding rings. I should have warned. Calico Jack called him that. A captivating man was Jack with his black, gypsy wild curls. They hanged him nonetheless. I stayed till Mary breathed her last, and then...
And then? What happened?
Not all the king's men would ever find out. But come, what will you take for your ship?
She's not for sale.
Come, I must have a ship. They be after me. You'd not want to see poor Angie swing in the wind like Calico Jack, would you?
No, I wouldn't want to see that, but they can't harm you now. They're gone. All turned to dust long ago.
They'll put me in iron.
No, my dear, no.
I must have a ship. Listen, I have something worth hundreds of ships. I'll trade it now for this miserable little craft.
What is it?
Rackham and I, we sailed with Blackbeard once.
Blackbeard?
The same. Now, come close, lads. I know where Blackbeard buried his treasure.
Blackbeard's treasure?
A great treasure it was. The booty from 3 rich Spanish merchantmen, laden with gold and silver.
You have a map? A chart?
No need. I know where it is. Come with me, lass. We'll slip out on the next tide.
Aren't you forgetting that you drove us aground last night?
A good storm will set you afloat.
Campbell says the big storms don't come till September.
Aye, but sometimes they do. We'll see to that. So, it's a bargain. You'll sail with me.
No, I can't.
You'd abandon me then, betray me?
No, but I
must have a fast ship. They be after me. They'll overtake me, and this time they'll hang me. In mercy's name, lass, help me.
I can't. There's a great gulf between us, Anne. You're a dream, a figment. And when I wake up, I'll still be here, but you'll be gone. I can't help you because you're nothing. You're nothing but a dream. Anne? Anne? Where are you? Come back! Come back!
There's an apparition for you. A whistling, pipe-smoking lady with a cutlass at her belt. But why did she leave so abruptly? Was she offended at being called a nothing, a figment? Well, none of us likes to hear the truth about himself, least of all a ghost. We'll follow Anne Bonny's ruthless quest for a ship when we return shortly with Act 3. A spectral lady bent on seizing a ship, or a laughing West Indian intent only on gathering up the spoils. Ellen doesn't know which she fears most as she watches the dawn stretch its rosy fingers across the uncharted island where the cruiser Lady D lies stranded in the sand.
That was a damn good breakfast, Ellen.
I had a depressing dream last night.
Oh?
Well, at least I think it was a dream.
Yeah.
Anne Bonny boarded the Lady D, and we had a long talk. And I felt sorry for her. She was frightened.
That scared ghost, huh? That's a switch.
Yeah, well, she was terrified. Oh, darling. I hate to see you go off with that awful man in that little boat.
Oh, now, Ellen, dearest, you mustn't worry.
I wish we could stay together. The sea, it's so treacherous.
Campbell's been sailing these waters all his life.
Oh, yes. And he's lost 2 boats. He told us so. And besides, you're going out in a tiny boat with a criminal.
He's not. He gathers salvage. That's all we really know about him. Good morning.
She turn now. Time to go.
Toss me a line. I'll make you fast to our stern.
Catch.
Got it.
Come up on deck, Susie. Daddy's leaving.
Goodbye, darling. Take care.
I want to go too.
So do I, but we can't, darling.
I don't want to stay here.
Morning, Mistress Susie.
Good morning. I I want to go with you, Daddy, please.
Now, there isn't room for us all. You and Mommy take care of each other.
Don't go, Daddy.
Mr. Susie, you go to my house. You can look at the books, read the pictures.
Now, when I get into the boat with Mr. Campbell, we're going to let you free the line and cast it off. Now, see how quickly you can do it. Here I go. Hurry, cast us off.
There.
Be good now. We'll be back before you know it.
Aren't you going to start the motor?
No, the tide. He take us out. Then I put up the sail.
Oh, darling, you're slicker. A quick shower might come
Not
up.
a chance. Look at that sky.
No stormy weather. Not if Aunt Bonnie, she don't whistle up the wind.
What? What did you say?
No storm. Not if she don't whistle up the wind. She do that sometime. Yes, man. Ooh-wee, she do that.
You've stayed too long in Campbell's house, Susie. We should be getting back to the Lady D.
It's still raining.
I thought it was one of those quick little tropical showers, but just look out there.
The water's all ruffled.
White caps.
I'm hungry. Let's go back to the Lady D.
We'll be soaked.
I'll tell you what let's do. Why don't I go back alone and get your raincoat?
No, darling.
It doesn't matter if I get wet. I'm in my bathing suit.
No, Susie, no.
You always say no. Daddy would let me. It's only a little way. Please.
Well, you promise you'll come straight back?
I promise.
No loitering now.
I won't.
Hello! Ahoy there!
Where are you?
Hello!
I can't see you. Where are you?
Yeah, up here on the deck of your ship.
Oh,
Well, look smart. Come aboard. There's work to do.
are you a real lady? Or are you...
Step lively. A full great tide is coming. Ship will float free soon.
Oh, I'll go get my mom.
No time for that. The wind's offshore and the tides are making.
Mama will know what to do.
Are you frightened? Will you run away and leave your ship to flounder?
Oh, I'm not scared, but
You'll have to step smartly to save her.
I don't know how.
Come aboard.
I'm going to get my mama's raincoat. I promise.
See there?
What?
She's floating free. But this great tide will drive her further up on the beach.
Daddy put out an anchor on the beach.
The waves will carry her up over the anchor and dash her to pieces on those rocks up there.
Oh, no.
But you could save her if you weren't afraid.
I'm not scared.
Then, up to the mainsail, lass.
I can't put up the sails. I'm not big enough.
Ah, that's a pity. The ship is lost. Lost.
But I can start the engine.
Can you now?
Sure, anybody could do that. You just turn that little key there. She starts right off.
She's saved. Start her up.
I can't lift that big anchor, though.
Cast it off. Cast it off. Better to lose an anchor than a ship.
Daddy says you always start the engine first.
Aye, aye. Captain.
I'm too short to reach the gear shifting. I know. I'll get something to stand on. Here. Daddy's tool chest will do. Now, let's see. He calls this little thing the choke.
Hurry. She's swinging about.
I've never done this before. Now, I'll turn the key. See? She started right off. Now I put the motor in reverse.
The anchor on the beach.
Oh, I forgot. I'll go forward and untie it.
Can you free it?
Yes. It's just round this little thing.
Steady there. She's rolling.
I have to throw the rope far away. Daddy says
Never mind. Do it. The ship's rolling. The trough, the waves.
he sure is.
Hurry. Or she'll go
a ship can't just disappear like that, can it? Without leaving a trace.
Of course not, darling. Mr. Wyatt here has radioed back to the boatyard. They say the authorities are sending out a helicopter. We'll hear from it soon, and when we do, we'll go right to her. This tug is faster than it looks.
Oh, waiting is terrible.
Isn't there anything else we can do, Mr. Wyatt?
I don't know what to say to you folks. We've been around the island several times. There's no sign of a ship.
My baby. I should never have let her out of my sight. I had no idea she'd try to start the engine.
Ellen, darling, don't. We'll find her.
She was only gone from the house just about 10 minutes. I set out right after her.
I know, dearest.
And then when I got to the beach, the boat was out a little way from the shore. And Susie was standing on the deck crying. And the boat was just drifting away. It went around that point of land out there. And I ran to the other side of the island. But I never saw it again.
Oh, dearest, please, don't cry.
There was just nothing I could do until you came back in the tugboat.
I know. We'll find her.
I wish that man Campbell was here. He knows these waters. Why didn't he come back with you?
He dropped me at the public dock and took off like a shot.
The police have had him in for questioning several times. There have been too many wrecks in the last few years. But they never seem to get anything out of him. So, you ran into him too, huh?
Yeah, he told us. Hey, wait a minute. What did he call it? That rock, the Devil's Thumb.
Yes, the submerged rock.
Yeah, do you know where it is, Mr. Wyatt?
Well, there's only one I know of, a very dangerous spot, right in the path of a swift current. At some times, it's, there are shoals to very bad places.
Oh, Richard.
Mr. Wyatt,
Yes, of course. I know about where it lies. Now, we'll run down on it. Best to have a look. This is the tugboat Swallow calling Coastal Police Launch. Tug Swallow to Police Launch. Come in, please. Over.
Police launch to Swallow. I read you. Over.
That's good. I can hardly hear you, but it doesn't matter. We've located the missing cruiser, Lady D. Over.
Is the child okay? Over.
Yeah, it's a miracle. The kid was alone on board. She managed to drop a small anchor onto a submerged sandbar near the Devil's Thumb. I have the boat in tow, and we're heading back to port. Over.
Glad to hear it. Over.
Right. Over and out. Well, Susie, you're quite a sailor. But how did you know that sandbar was there? You couldn't see it.
The lady told me. The lady with the pipe.
The lady?
She's not a real lady. She's a ghost.
A ghost?
Well, it's hard to explain.
We don't believe in such things, of course, but...
She went away for a while, but when I started to cry, she came back.
A ghost?
I'm sure there's some perfectly natural
She
explanation.
said to put out a long, long line so the anchor wouldn't drag.
Well, that was sound advice. But I don't understand.
You see, Mr. Wyatt, I'd been telling Susie these pirate
Yes,
stories.
and I'd had a very vivid dream, and she heard us talking about that. You know how impressionable children are.
Excuse me. Do you smell something burning?
Something burning?
Yeah, smells like tobacco.
Richard.
Mr. Wyatt, don't you think we better get both these boats back into harbor just as fast as we can?
Well, those were the known facts of the strange voyage of the Lady D. To this day, Susie insists she talked to a ghost. Ellen believes it was a startling example of the power of the imagination. And Richard has been reading up on the dematerialized nature of modern physics. And he wonders if somewhere in space there exists a vast psychological viewing screen picking up impressions from other times, and through which it was the fate of the Lady D to pass. I'll be back shortly. And now a brief footnote to the story you've just heard. Among seafaring men, there is a belief, as ancient as the art of navigation itself, that when the wind dies down, a sailor may bring it to life again by the simple act of whistling. The mystery concerning the fate of Anne Bonny, as well as her life of piracy with Calico Jack, Mary Read, and the nefarious Blackbeard, is not legend. It is thoroughly documented historical fact. Our cast included Augusta Dabney, Paul Hecht, Corrine Orr, Margaret Barker, and Dan Ocko. The entire production was under the direction of Himan Brown.
Now, a preview of our next tale.
I loathe everything you are. The sight of you sickens me. I'll...
You'll what? Beat me? Break me?
Yes!
Try it. Every man in the Carney knows you're here, knows what you are. Giant, strong man, Grips, Barkers, they're all standing by. If I call, they'll tear you apart. Oh, give me reason to call. I'd love it. Go on. Hit!
This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.